Building airplane engines for the German army, this carmaker was unknowingly laying the groundwork for engineering mastery that would one day define its legacy. But aligning with the Nazis nearly cost them everything. It would take a daring design and relentless innovation to pull the company back from the edge and transform it into one of the most elite brands in automotive history. This is the story of BMW. It all began with Carl Friedrich Rapp, a young mechanical engineer from southwestern Germany. Although not destined for personal greatness, Rapp's ambitions set powerful gears in motion. He initially worked as a technical designer for Daimler Motorengesellschaft, half of what would eventually become Mercedes-Benz, before venturing into the aviation sector with Flugwerk Deutschland. After that company collapsed, Rapp secured funding to found his own enterprise in 1913, Rapp Motorenwerke, located on the same property as his previous employer. The timing aligned with the outbreak of World War I, positioning the company perfectly to supply aircraft engines to the German military. However, Rapp's engine suffered from reliability issues, and it was his competitor, Gustav Otto, who initially thrived. Rapp's company was on the verge of collapse when the Prussian army placed a massive order for 600 engines, a move that temporarily saved the business. With that order came a man named Franz Josef Popp, a naval officer and former Daimler colleague, sent to oversee quality control. Popp quickly realized the operation was plagued by poor management. He assumed control, earned the board's trust, and brought in talented engineers. Eventually, Rapp was edged out, and Popp restructured the company, renaming it Bayerische Motorenwerke, BMW for short. The iconic blue and white logo was inspired by the Bavarian flag. With fresh capital from businessman Camillo Castiglioni, BMW produced its first engine, the 3A, a powerful straight six for aircrafts. But the Treaty of Versailles, enacted after Germany's loss in World War I, banned companies like BMW from making war engines, forcing them to pivot. Ingeniously, Popp redirected BMW's resources toward building railway brakes, motorcycle engines, and farm equipment. The company merged with Castiglioni's other manufacturing operations and relocated to Lerchenauer Strasse in Munich. But Castiglioni's journey ended in scandal, and Popp assumed full control. In 1923, BMW launched its first motorcycle, the R32, which set a new world speed record. The company's engineering reputation soared, and by 1928, it shifted focus to automobiles. Their BMW 315 DA2, a compact car with a 747cc engine, announced BMW's entry into the global automotive arena. The late 1930s brought standout models like the BMW 327, a touring car with sleek lines and a now iconic front grille. During this time, BMW quietly resumed aircraft engine production by acquiring an American company to bypass restrictions. But Popp, wary of government overreach, resisted heavy investment in military manufacturing. His caution proved justified when the Nazi regime removed him for insubordination. By the end of World War II, BMW was financially crippled and relying heavily on government contracts. Their Eisenach factory was taken over by the Soviets, who began producing substandard vehicles under the BMW name. It wasn't until 1951 that BMW re-emerged, unveiling the 501, a luxurious V8-powered sedan that marked a stunning comeback. But BMW's resurgence was short-lived. The 1950s saw stiff competition from Volkswagen, a Nazi-funded company mass-producing affordable cars. While BMW struggled to sell high-end models like the 507, which, despite celebrity buyers like Elvis Presley, was too costly, the company spiraled toward bankruptcy. Small car experiments like the Isetta and BMW 600 failed to impress consumers. Daimler-Benz, sensing vulnerability, moved to acquire BMW. Then came a lifeline. In 1959, the wealthy Quandt family invested in BMW, giving the company a final shot. Engineers repurposed components from failed models to produce the BMW 700, an affordable, compact car that turned heads on the racetrack and saved the company from financial ruin. BMW still wasn't in the clear, but the release of the Neue Klasse, New Class in 1962 changed everything. With a family-friendly four-door design and affordable pricing, the model helped BMW break even and rake in over 294 million marks. Sales surged by nearly 50% the following year. By 1972, a new four-cylinder-shaped headquarters towered over Munich, symbolizing BMW's triumphant revival and ambitions for global dominance. Now, back on its feet, BMW returned to its sporting roots. Models like the 5 Series, 3 Series, 6 Series, and 7 Series solidified its reputation as a manufacturer of stylish, high-performance cars. Eyeing Porsche as its next rival, BMW entered the world of motorsports. The result? The legendary M1. Developed. With a brief partnership with Lamborghini, the M1 featured a mid-engine layout, 3.5-liter six-cylinder engine, and 273 horsepower. With a top speed of 165 mph. It wasn't just fast, it was a masterpiece of design, engineering, and ambition. The M1 became one of the most iconic cars in BMW's history, symbolizing the company's resilience, innovation, and unshakable pursuit of excellence.